What's really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
Well, every day. Since 20 years. It was an everyday process and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. Man, my vertical was a 40, it wasn't a 46 or a 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive. Right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast. Right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game and it just never changed.
I don't think the Stoics say like, oh, if you just see everything positive, it will be positive.
Right.
It's that the positivity sets up the action which can make the positivity real. So I think where I get frustrated with people on manifestation or the law of attraction is this idea of like, write yourself a check for $1 million and it will be
wait.
true.
Yeah.
Right, wait. No, go do the work,
Yes.
right? So if you want things like when the Stoics see an opportunity inside of a disaster, they're not just sitting around going, oh, this will solve itself.
Yeah.
They have to get to work.
Discipline equals the importance of the goal, plus, let's just say the importance of the goal to you. So the subjective importance of the goal. How much does that goal matter to you? Plus, the psychological enjoyment you get in the pursuit of the goal, right? So as you pursue the goal, how psychologically enjoyable and reinforcing is that for you? Minus the psychological cost of the pursuit of the goal. So I'll run you through some examples. Simon Sinek said to me, well, Steve, I take the bins out at 7 a.m. in the morning yesterday. I didn't want to do that, but I did it. So I go, okay, let's run that through the framework. What would happen if you didn't take the bins out? That sort of underpins and defines the importance of that goal. Well, he'd get a fine and then he'd have an overflowing bin out the front of his house. So the why is high. The psychological enjoyment of pursuing taking the bins out is very low, right? And the friction of getting out of bed at 7 a.m. is high. But thankfully, the why is so strong that regardless of the fact that the enjoyment of the pursuit is low and the friction is high, the behavior still occurs.
I remember with dance, like I would go to a practice, not be able to do the step. I would practice it over and over and over again. And I'd show up the next week being able to do it, and I think I learned this idea of self-discipline at a really young age, which was, okay, like I need to block my life and my time to rehearse something if I want to get to do it. It's not like no one yelling at you is going to actually get me there, right? It was a matter of me going home and practicing. And like it wasn't about being nervous or it was like that wasn't going to fix it. It was about me focusing and doing it.
As I've said since day one, it's motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
I don't care how good you are in anything, you don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
Nothing without discipline. Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.